Tell you what, the devil's already shut me down. He knows what I'm going to say. Nothing wrong with my throat. A little throat spell they use. That's all. He's gone. It don't last long. Just enough to get me off my subject. Anyway, my mother dated a child molester. Now, she found him in some personals, like Match.com, I think. And he never told her on Match.com that he was a child molester. You know. And they dated for like 2 months. They went on a cruise. And they came back from the cruise. And like the next day, I don't know exactly, but I think the next day, they woke up in the morning and he said, I got to go to court. I'm going to jail for 3 years. She moved him in like in the first week because he was living on his lawyer's couch, you know. But he didn't say why, you know. And he owned a house. And he was an engineer making good money. So you do the math. But so he said, I'm going to court. I'm going to jail for 3 years. And I'm going today. And so that was how he told her. And she didn't break up with him. She sent him care packages to the jail. You know, and everything else. And she was in love. It was the best thing since sliced bread, you know. I guess it was a good cruise. So, she was a loser. We all know that. But anyway, you know, I intercepted a doctor. I picked up the line for the phone, and I heard him on the phone. He was talking to the doctor, trying to get Viagra, because he couldn't fuck my mother because he's into 12-year-old boys. He fucked his 12-year-old son, and the neighbor found out about it somehow and threatened to call the cops. So the wife did, and he ended up going to jail. I know the son at 18 hung himself or something, killed himself because of what the father did. You know, it has ramifications, and it's not just girls. Sometimes boys too. And they had a daughter too, and he didn't touch the daughter. His daughter was fucked anyway. So, you know, it's just, what do I say? There's no excuse, you know. And the problem is, once they're into 12-year-old boys, no girl in the world is going to turn them on. And once that 12-year-old turns 16, he's out of the picture too. And that probably don't even make 16, probably 14. He's out of the picture too. It's like very, very precise, you know, and the window of opportunity, and that's it. And girls too, you know, girls that are child molesters, they have the same problem, you know, when the boy grows up, they're done. It's over. The story's over. You know, it's like the guys that date fat girls, you know, and when the fat girls lose the weight and become skinny again, the sex turns off, because the guy wants to fuck the fat girl. He doesn't want to fuck the skinny girl. And that's how it goes, you know. Everybody has their thing, you know. And it's not always what you think it is. And because they're into boys or they're into little girls or something, that they don't tell you that on your first date, and they don't tell you probably ever until you catch them, until they go to jail, you know. And it's embarrassing. They don't, and they need you, the 30-year-old girl, as like cover. You know, you're cover for them to be normal. You know, oh, he doesn't do 12-year-old girls or 12-year-old boys. He's got Marianne, you know. Marianne ain't getting anything, you know. So, you know, maybe she got it the first 2 nights and that was it, you know. And maybe she's used to sex once a month, and that's what she's resorted to, you know. And it's like 5-minute thank you, you know, Wham Bam thank you man once a month, you know, and that's it, you know. And I think I'm going to start taking stock out in Duracell and Energizer, but they must be doing pretty good. Well, you know what the problem is now? You don't have to use them; they're rechargeable. I don't know how the rechargeables work in the. I don't know if you can use them in a bathtub. I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but you know, it's just. And you know, that's why that movie 50 Shades of Grey was so popular amongst the 30 and 40-year-old women, because it was porn. It was female porn to them. You know, females don't look at porn like men do. You know, men, it's all about the penis and going in and all that stuff. And you know, it's like when there was VCR and then they came out DVD, and DVD was better because it was even clearer. You know, I don't know why the obsession with being clear. I mean, I mean, when you're actually having sex with a woman, and if you wear glasses, it's like you don't even see it. You can't even see it. You feel it, of course. But you can't even see it, And you don't want to wear your glasses when you're having sex. So, you put like the DVR, it's clearer and clearer, and now it's streaming, and you can have 4K, I mean, it just goes on and on. And it's ridiculous. It's not necessary, We weren't made for this stuff, and I wonder why we have our problems.